All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're getting set for the second game of our triple header here for you today. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Seattle comes in at 10-2. They lead the NFC West, and the Seahawks have a two-game lead over the 49ers in the NFC West, and Seattle has already clinched at least a wild card in the NFC. Denver at 7-5. They're currently 2.5 games now behind the Raiders in the AFC West. They can still catch the Raiders, but they'd have to win out. That's the only way they're going to win the division, is if the Broncos were to win out and the Raiders split their last, or actually go 1-2 down the stretch. That's the only way the Broncos win the West. However, Denver is still in the thick of the AFC wild card, so it's a must-win for both teams. Evil Dead got the last game right. He is now 95-67, 28 games over 500. He took the Raiders in that last one. And now we have the Broncos and the Seahawks from the Mile High City. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Denver, Colorado for this one, for the Seahawks and Broncos here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. It's the Seahawks and the Broncos. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Our first snow game of the season, as we have an early December snow here in Denver for this big-time matchup between the Seahawks and the Broncos here on Jammin' Sports. Denver will get the ball first. We're underway, live from the Mile High City. And that kickoff goes almost out of the end zone. DeCarva will down it. Touchback, and the Broncos will have it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Starting quarterback Jeremy Lawler in his 9th year out of Alabama, the former Cowboy. Denver in the thick of the AFC wildcard picture. If the playoffs started today, the Broncos would be in. In fact, they'd be the number 5 seed right now. Seattle, they come in at 10-2. They've already clinched a playoff spot. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore. And not Marcus, that's Perry. Perry Lattimore gets a couple of yards. Let's take a look at the Denver offense. Up front, Andre, Randall, Barton, Fitzgerald, and Sparks. And then it's DeCarva, Miles, Lattimore, Lumen, and Cruz. A 2-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line. Broncos come out 4 wide. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore. And Perry Lattimore out to the 28-yard line. Let's take a look at the Seahawk defense. They play a 4-3. Green, Hamilton, Alvarez, and McCoy up front. Linebackers, McKenzie, Cochran, and Harper. And the secondary, McCoy, Smith, Morgan, and Hubert. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Broncos. On third down, Lawler in the shotgun. Cruz in motion. Lawler looking. Lawler rolls out, throws near side. Caught by Lattimore, no, incomplete. Broken up by Jake Hughes, the fifth-year linebacker out of Notre Dame. And the Broncos go 3 and out on their opening drive. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. Back to punt, Sam Beasley in his 5th year out of Missouri. Beasley gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 25-yard line. Making the fair catch, number 27. That's Devon Nixon in his 8th year out of Maryland. So the Broncos go 3 and out. And now Devin Wade will come back out. He started his career with the Broncos. He's now on the Seahawks in his 8th year out of Texas. He's led Seattle to a 10-2 record. 1st and 10 from the 25. Seattle with the best record in the NFC at the moment at 10-2. The Giants won earlier this week. They're 10-3, a half game back. Seattle trying to remain the number 1 seed in the NFC. In the I formation, 1st and 10. Wade looking. Wade throws outside. It's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Broken up by number 57, James Thomas, the 7th-year linebacker out of Clemson. Seattle's offense, Turner, Walters, Parks, Ayers, and Carpenter up front. And then it's Gibson, McKenzie, Gilbert, Jones, and Calais. The second game of our triple header here today. Still waiting for Evil Dead to arrive. He's not been here so far. Now, I did have his Raider pick on the last game. On 2nd and 10, Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert gets outside, and Gilbert down to the 33-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 8. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Terry Gilbert in his 8th year out of Texas. Coming up to make the tackle, a host of Broncos, led by Carlos Laws, the 5th-year defensive back out of San Diego State. 3rd and 2 for Seattle now at the 33-yard line. In the I formation, Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert plows forward out to the 37, a gain of 4. And that'll be a 1st down for Seattle. Cloudy skies, 28 degrees, snow here in Denver here today. Davis with us. Davis here rooting on his Broncos. You know he is. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. 5:55 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. Seattle on the move. First and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Wade pump fakes. Wade throws. A jump ball incomplete. Let's take a look at the Denver defense. They play a 3-4. Barron, Fuller, and Manning up front. Linebackers, Henderson, Pierce, Thomas, and Terrell. And the secondary, Cameron, Battle, Benjamin, and Laws. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Denver. That last play, the pass was broken up by Kendall Battle, the safety. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Seahawks come out in the I. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert around the outside, and Gilbert gets out to the 42, a gain of 5. We have an injury timeout. One of the Broncos got injured on the play. Carlos Laws came up and made the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Seattle at their own 42-yard line. The Broncos went 3 and out on their opening drive, and this is Seattle's opening drive right here. 5:39 and counting. Actually, the clock has stopped at the moment here in the first quarter. Injury timeout. A snowy day in Denver. Week 13, that puts us in the first week of December. 3rd and 5. 5 wide, Wade back. Wade throws. And it's knocked down, incomplete by the linebacker, James Thomas. It'll be 4th down. Well, the Broncos had to punt on their opening drive, and now the Seattle Seahawks will be punting on their opening drive. They were looking for Marcus Clay, and James Thomas broke up the pass. Back to punt, Dakota Cochran for Seattle in his 6th year out of Illinois. Cochran gets the punt away. Nice punt, goes into the end zone though, touchback. And Denver will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 5.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter, no score. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports, our interconference game between the Seahawks and the Broncos. First and 10 from the 20-yard line for Denver. Jimmy Jam with Sports Davis here with you on this Sunday. On 1st and 10, Lawler under center. Lawler fakes the handoff. It's a blitz, and they get him back at the 13-yard line. Caleb Hamilton on the blitz. In his 7th year out of Miami, it'll be a loss of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Broncos. Hamilton just on a stunt came in and got the sack. Lawler never knew what hit him. It'll be 2nd and 17 back at the 13-yard line. Broncos come out 4 wide. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler draws back. Lawler looking in trouble now. Throws, and it's caught by Perry Lattimore out of the backfield. Out to the 25, a gain of 12. And that'll be a Denver, not a first down, but it'll be 3rd and 5. A gain of 12. Perry Lattimore in his 6th year out of Appalachian State. The middle brother of the 3 Lattimores. 3rd and 5 for the Broncos now. They're still looking for their first down. At their own 25-yard line. 4 wide. Lawler in the gun. Lawler draws back. Throws. Caught by DeCarva. Out to the 32. A gain of 7. Samson DeCarva, the 5th-year receiver out of Missouri, making the catch. First down, Denver. That'll move the chains. We've got the Saints and the Cardinals coming up after this one. We'll be in Arizona for that. Still waiting for Evil Dead to arrive. We don't know where he is today. Not heard a word from him. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Everybody in tight this time. Lawler under center. Lawler draws back. Lawler throws. Caught by Lumen, the tight end, C.J. Lumen. All the way down to the Seahawk 42-yard line. 26 yards, C.J. Lumen, the 3rd-year tight end out of Louisiana Tech. And that'll be a Bronco first down. Jake Hughes, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 5th year out of Notre Dame. It'll be a Denver first down. .339 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Denver comes out. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore up the middle. And Lattimore down to the 35. A gain of 7. He's 2nd and 3. Nick McCoy finally made the tackle in his 6th year out of Texas Tech. Perry Lattimore, his younger brother Marcus, plays for Philadelphia. His older brother Randall plays for the Colts. The Lattimore brothers. 2nd and 3 from the 35-yard line. Broncos come out in the eye. Lawler hands off to Lattimore again. And this time the Seahawks converge. He only gets a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. On the tackle, number 79, Jacob Green, in his 11th year out of Cal. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line. And now the Broncos come out in the offset eye. Lawler under center. Lawler to Lattimore, gets the first down out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And that'll be a Bronco first down. Well, Denver's first drive went 3 and out. But they have a nice drive going now. Seattle got at least 1 first down on their drive, but they had to punt. This is Denver's second possession. And they're marching down the field here in the snow in Denver. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Broncos come out 4 wide. Lawler under center. Lawler to Miles this time. And Miles out to the 25. Lee Miles, the second-year back out of Auburn, making the tackle that time. Number 57, Wes Cochran, the rookie linebacker out of Cincinnati. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. 1:40 and counting. Broncos come out in the eye. Lawler to Miles. And Miles picks up 2 to the 23-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Nick Morgan on the tackle. Or Gary Morgan, I'm sorry. The third-year safety out of Pittsburgh. 3rd and 3 now for Denver at the Seattle 23-yard line. Big third down for the Broncos right here. Nice drive so far. 4 wide. Lawler under center. Lawler draws back, throws, dumps it off to Lumen. And C.J. Lumen to the 16. A gain of 7. First down Denver, the big tight end. And once again on the tackle, Wes Cochran, the linebacker. Nice Denver drive. They're already in field goal range, deep in Seahawk territory. First and 10 for the 16. Seattle's only 2 losses this year have been to AFC teams. They have a hard time against the AFC. Lawler, first down. Lawler throws, and it's nearly picked off by Jake Hughes. Incomplete. Now, Seattle did beat Kansas City in week 1 at home. But the Seahawks' only 2 losses. One was to the Chargers, and the other was to the Raiders. And right now, Denver has a nice drive on Seattle. 2nd and 10 down to the 16-yard line. 35 seconds left. Here in the first quarter, still no score. Lawler under center on 2nd and 10. Lawler looking. Lawler rolls out, throws, caught by Graham. And Graham down to the 11-yard line. That's Darius Graham, the rookie tight end out of Alabama. That'll be a gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the Seahawk 11-yard line. We're down to 19 seconds left. On the tackle, Aaron Harper, the 5th-year linebacker out of Princeton. This might be the last play of the quarter. We'll see. 3rd and 5 from the 11-yard line. 5 wide, empty backfield. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler back. Lawler throws, and it's incomplete. Knocked down. Nice play. That's the end of the quarter. No score here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. We start the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Broncos at the Seahawk 11. Denver will probably kick a field goal here. Michael Lance will come on. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt to give the Broncos a 3-0 lead if they can get it. From 28 yards, the rookie out of USC, Michael Lance. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. And the Broncos take a 3-0 lead. 7:57 left to play here in the first half. Here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Denver still has an outside chance of winning the AFC West. The Raiders would have to falter down the road. Denver would have to win all their remaining games, and the Raiders would have to lose 2 of their next 3 to include the game against Denver next week for the Broncos to win the division. But the Broncos are still in the thick of the AFC wildcard. They'd be in the playoffs if it started today. There's the kick. About 3 yards deep. Colby Walker brings it out over the 20-25. And Walker out to the 27-yard line. And that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. Colby Walker, the 4th-year receiver out of Boise State. Seattle at 10-2, the best record in the NFC. If they were to lose this game, they would be tied with the Giants at 10-3. Seattle does have the tiebreaker at the moment on the Giants. Denver hosts the Raiders next week, and Seattle, I don't know yet. Let's take a. We'll find out after this play. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Jones in motion. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Terry Gilbert a yard to the 28-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On the tackle, Jackie Pierce, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the linebacker. Who does Seattle play next week in Week 14? Let me find out. Seattle will host Detroit next week. 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. In the I formation. Wade draws back. Wade looking, throws. Caught by Marcus Clay out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 17 yards and a Seahawk 1st down. The 3rd-year receiver out of Colorado State, Marcus Clay. 1st down, Seahawks. On a snowy day in Denver, our first snow game of the season. 1st and 10 from the 45, 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade, they pitch to Gilbert around the outside, and Gilbert's going to be hit for a loss of 2 yards. Kendall Battle comes in, the 8th-year safety out of Boise State. A loss of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12. If you missed our first game today, the Raiders beat the Chiefs 27-13. The Raiders have clinched a playoff spot. They've not won their division yet, but they've clinched a playoff spot. This is the second game today. And we have the Saints and the Cardinals up next. On 2nd and 12, Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert again gets nailed for a loss. 2 more yards. Led by number 41, Lynn Ryan, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Arkansas. And that'll be 3rd and 14 for Seattle. Depending on what time it is, we may try to get a 4th game in today, too. That would be the 49ers and the Chargers. We'll see. We'll get through the next 2 games. 3rd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade in trouble. And Wade's going to take off. Avoids a sack. Wade, big gain. Nobody down the sideline. And Wade all the way down to the 29-yard line. That's a 30-yard gain by Devin Wade, the 8th-year quarterback out of Texas, playing his former team, the Broncos. He played with Denver for 6 seasons. He got traded to Carolina, where he played for just a year. Now, in his 8th year, playing for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Into Bronco territory. 5.5 minutes left. In the I formation, Wade under center. Wade, they pitch to McKenzie this time. And Randall, it's Chris McKenzie, the 3rd-year back out of Miami, picks up a yard to the 28. James Thomas, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 9. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the first half. On 2nd down, Seahawks come out in the I. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert just having a hard time running against this Bronco defense. He'll lose 2 yards. On the tackle there, number 52, Quentin Terrell, in his 3rd year out of Temple. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for Seattle. They're in field goal range. The Broncos lead at 3-0. Jimmy Jam with Sports Davis here with you on this Sunday. 3rd and 11 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide, Wade back. Wade throws deep. Wide open, Bennett, touchdown, Seahawks. Kyler Bennett, a 30-yard touchdown catch. The 4th-year receiver out of Oklahoma. And Seattle takes a 6-3 lead. What a dart thrown by Wade. And Bennett did get both feet in. And the Seahawks take a 6-3 lead. Now they want to look at this again, but I'm pretty sure he was in bounds. This should hold up. Can't really tell from that angle. Okay, there's one, and that foot's in bounds too. That's a good catch. Ruling on the field stands. A good touchdown. It holds up. Seattle takes a 6-3 lead. 4:24 left here in the half. And now Tom Davidson will come on for the extra point in his 12th year out of UCLA. Kick is up. And it's good. Seahawks lead it 7-3. 4:24 left here in the first half. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. The 10-2 Seahawks and the 7-5 Broncos. On this Sunday, we'll head to the desert after this, where I'm sure it'll be a little bit warmer than what we have going on here in Denver. It'll be the Saints and the Cardinals. We'll be in Davis's neck of the woods. And if we have time for a 4th game, we'll see. We'll have the 49ers and the Chargers from San Diego. And now the kickoff by Dakota Cochran. Fielded at the 5 by Whitmore. And Ty Whitmore over the 25, and he gets out to the 28-yard line. The rookie out of Ohio State from college football 25. 1st and 10 Broncos down 7-3 at their own 28-yard line. Broncos offense will come back out, led by Jeremy Lawler, the former Cowboy, the 9th-year quarterback out of Alabama. Lawler spent 8 years with Dallas. The Cowboys let him go, and the Broncos picked him up as a free agent. They needed a quarterback. And he's led Denver to a 7-5 record. He's not done badly. The Broncos are right in the thick of the AFC wildcard. On 1st and 10. Everybody in tight for the Broncos. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore around the outside. And Perry Lattimore is going nowhere. He gains a yard. That's it. Jacob Green is right there along with Hubert. Darnell Hubert, the rookie out of Hawaii, the defensive back. 4 minutes left in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos at their own 29, trailing 7-3. 4 wide. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler draws back. Lawler throws. And Cruz makes the play, makes the catch. Colt Cruz, a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The 10th-year receiver out of Texas. Colt Cruz and Devin Wade for the Seahawks were teammates at Texas. They're both your long shot players from Madden 18. 3rd and 5 from the 33-yard line. 5 receivers wide for the Broncos. Empty backfield for Lawler. Lawler back. Lawler looking. Throws near side. Caught by Cruz. Out to the 39. A gain of 6. And that'll be a Broncos first down. And that'll keep the drive alive. Denver can take the lead on this drive if they can get a touchdown. We're down to almost 3 minutes left in the half. Seattle up 7-3. Clock is moving. 3:15 and counting. Lawler under center. 1st and 10. Lawler hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore making his way out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. He's 2nd and 6. The rookie linebacker Wes Cochran on the tackle out of the University of Cincinnati. Under 3 minutes left in the half. 2nd and 6 for Denver at their own 43. Broncos come out. Single back. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore makes his way to the 45. On the tackle, Leonard Smith, the 11th year safety out of Utah State. Veteran safety. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Denver. Big 3rd down coming up at their own 45. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Be here soon. 4 wide. Lawler in the gun. Lawler back. Lawler looking. He's going to take off. He picks up the first down. Out to the 48. That'll be a gain of 7. First down Denver. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Seahawks up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Seahawks lead the Broncos 7-3 here in the snow. A light snow falling here in the Mile High City. The first of our late afternoon games here in Week 13. 1st and 10 for the 48, 4 wide for the Broncos. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler draws back. Lawler looking. Throws outside. Nearly picked off. Broken up. Making the play, Nick McCoy, the 6th year defensive back out of Texas Tech. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Both the Seahawks and Broncos still have 3 timeouts left here in the first half. 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. At the Seahawk 48. 4 wide. Lawler in the gun.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lawler draws back. Lawler in trouble, and he gets nailed back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 4 yards. Jacob Green on the sack. Broncos go to the hurry up. 3rd and 14. Lawler back. Lawler looking. Steps up. Lawler gets taken down at the 46. A loss of 2 more. And Seattle will take a timeout. It'll bring up 4th and 16. So the Seahawks are going to get a chance to score again before halftime. On 4th down. Well, I have to get the door. So watch the punt without me. I had to get the front door. 1st and 10. Following the punt, Seattle will have it at their own 39-yard line, up 7-3. 1:31 left in the half. Let's see if the Seahawks can score again before halftime. They still have 2 timeouts. Pretty good field position at their own 39-yard line. Wade in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. Wade draws back. Wade looking. Wade throws. to the sideline. Making the catch, Rupert Jones, but he's out of bounds, the tight end. In his 10th year out of Oklahoma. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Now they want to look at it again. They said it was incomplete. Normally it's the other way around. And they made the right call. His foot was out of bounds. That should hold up as an incomplete pass. It would shock me if they overturned that. And they do. A 7-yard gain out to the 46-yard line. What did they see? He was out of bounds. Now, normally Madden 19 is really good at the replays. 19 times out of 20, I would say. About 95% of the time, they get it right. That time they did not. 5 wide, 2nd and 3. Wade in the shotgun. It's academic now. Wade back, throws, caught by Walker, and Kobe Walker out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 9, and that'll be another Seahawk first down. Down to 1:14 and counting. Here in the first half, Seattle up 7-3. Kendall Battle on the tackle for Denver. Keeps the Seahawk drive alive. Coming up on a minute left here in the first half. Seahawks come out. 5 wide this time. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Empty backfield. Wade back. Wade looking. Throws. Gets it out to Walker. And Kobe Walker down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. And another Seahawk first down. That'll move the chains. Seattle trying to score again. They're in field goal range. Kendall Battle on the tackle. It'd be a 48-yard field goal from here. Under a minute to play. 53 seconds left. Clock stops. The receiver went out of bounds. And now 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Bronco 31. Wade looking. Wade dumps it off. Tries to dump it off inside. Incomplete. It hit a lineman, I think. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that'll stop the clock with 49 seconds left in the half. He was looking for Terry Gilbert. He was somewhere in that mess of players there. 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Seahawks 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. It's a blitz. Gets it outside. Tried to hit Gilbert. He overthrew him along the sideline. Incomplete. He was pressured. He had number 94 in his face. That's Tyler Barron, the rookie defensive end out of Miami. It'll be 3rd and 10 now at the 31-yard line. 46 seconds left in the half. Wade in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. Wade looking. Wade throws outside to Gilbert. Turns upfield, but he doesn't get much. 3 yards out to the 28-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. So this will be a 45-yard field goal attempt by Tom Davison, the 12th year kicker out of UCLA. He'll come on and try to knock it through to give Seattle a 7-point lead. It's not a heavy snow in Denver today, but it's a snow nonetheless. So Davison will come on from 45 in the snow. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. He nailed it. And the Seahawks lead at 10-3 with 37 seconds left here in the half. Here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Saints Cardinals up next. We'll head on down to Glendale, Arizona for that one. And now Dakota Cochran will kick off for the Seahawks. Look, Gracie, it's snowing. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
Here's the kickoff. From the 5-yard line, Whitmore out over the 20, 25, and Ty Whitmore out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Denver will have it with 31 seconds left in the half. Down 10-3. We don't know where Evil Dead is today. He's not been here all day. Gracie's looking at the screen and she sees no Evil Dead on there. Don't cry. Don't cry, Gracie. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. First and 10 Broncos. They have 2 timeouts, but only 31 seconds. Let's see if they can do something before halftime. Denver does get the second half kickoff. Wow, Davis. Wow. 1st and 10. Lawler back. Throws to Lattimore down the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Gracie's still standing here. She didn't like that at all. Wow. That's pretty harsh there, Davis. 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line. Quarter one. 4 wide. Excuse me. On 2nd down. Lawler back. Throws. Dumps it off to Lumen. And C.J. Lumen out to the 41-yard line. And the Broncos take a timeout. It's a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 1. 22 seconds left in the half. And as we get a good look at Mile High Stadium there. Davis, of course, rooting for Denver here. Davis hoping the Broncos can score here before halftime. I kid. Davis doesn't like the Broncos. 3rd and 1 from the 41-yard line. Seattle up 10-3. Seattle has already clinched a playoff spot in the NFC. They're still looking to clinch the division title, though. 3rd and 1. Lawler back. Lawler throws. Caught by Lumen. And C.J. Lumen down the sideline. All the way down to the 27-yard line. 32 yards. And that puts the Broncos in field goal range. The 3rd-year tight end out of Louisiana Tech. Old Pete Carroll with the Raiders. Yep, that's where he is now. Nemesis has joined us. He was here in game 1. Seahawks lead it 10-3. 16 seconds left. Broncos 1st and 10 for the Seattle 27. They still have a timeout. They spread the receivers out. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler back, throws, and that hits the lineman, Hamilton. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 14 seconds left in the half and bring up 2nd and 10. It does. It looks good. 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Our first snow game of the season. Lawler in the shotgun. On 2nd and 10, the Seahawks jump. The guilty party, Ricardo Alvarez, the 4th-year defensive tackle out of Hawaii. Be a 5-yard penalty. Be 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line now. At the very least, the Broncos should be able to get a field goal out of this going into halftime. Denver does get the second half kickoff. At least I think they do. I may be mistaken on that. 14 seconds left in the half. Broncos come out. Lawler in the shotgun with a back on either side. Lawler looking. Lawler throws deep, caught by Lattimore. Out to the 15, a gain of 7. And Denver takes their final timeout of the half. It'll be first down, but there's only 9 seconds left. Yeah, I saw that. They drafted Genty. So Michael Lance, in all likelihood, will come on. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt for the Broncos. Since they're out of timeouts, they'll probably just kick the field goal. get the points while they can. I still have NCAA 12. Oh, the Broncos with 9 seconds. They're going for it. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. 5 wide, empty backfield. Lawler in the shotgun. Lawler back. Can't take a sack here. Throws underneath. That's bad. They're going to run out of time. Cruz only down to the 11. And we'll go to halftime. Halftime score, Seattle 10, Denver 3, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We get set to start the second half. This is an interconference game. Seattle leads Denver 10-3. Seattle at 10-2. Have already clinched a playoff spot. And the Broncos at 7-5. And I guess Seattle does get the ball first. I forgot about that. Sam Beasley will kick off for the Broncos. Seattle will get the second half kickoff, up by 7. In the snow in Denver. There's the kick. From about the 6-yard line, Kobe Walker over the 25-30. And Walker out to the 35-yard line. And that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. As we start quarter number 3. Devin Wade comes back out, the 8th-year quarterback out of Texas. Absolutely. First and 10 from the 35. Gracie's back. She wants to show me something. Gracie's still bummed out. Evil Dead's not here. We don't know where Evil Dead is tonight. First and 10 from the 35. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 9. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Misty and Gracie are going to go pick up a pizza. They'll come back. Terry Gilbert, the 8th-year back out of Texas. He was a teammate of Devin Wade at Texas. Gilbert got drafted by the Seahawks. Wade got drafted by the Broncos. But Wade ended up on Seattle. 2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the gun. Wade. Play action. Throws deep downfield. And is picked off by Carlos Laws. The ball hung up in the air. They were looking for Marcus Clay, but Carlos Laws comes down with it for Denver at the 9-yard line. The 5th-year defensive back out of San Diego State. The ball kind of hung up in the air. I heard that rumor too, Nemesis, about fight night coming back. It'll be first down for the Broncos going the other way. So Seattle comes up empty on the first drive of the second half. And now Denver down 10-3 with a chance to tie this one up now. Kind of a low-scoring affair. Broncos will start from their own 9-yard line. 7:20 left here in the third quarter. Lawler under center. Lawler hands off to Lattimore up the middle, and Marcus Lattimore, actually it's Perry Lattimore. I get them confused. Perry Lattimore, 20 yards out to the 20-yard line. The 6th-year back out of Appalachian State. 20 yards on a Bronco first down. Let's see if Denver gets back in the game here. Can they tie it up on this drive? Be 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Broncos have a huge game next week at home against the Raiders. Seattle will host Detroit. On 1st and 10 from the 29, Lawler in the gun. Lawler to Lattimore, and Lattimore makes his way out to the 35-yard line. Evil Dead is with us now. Yay! The next game is the Saints and the Cardinals. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. I put you down for the Raiders because I knew you'd pick them. So you're now 95 and 67. I didn't know who you wanted in this game. 2nd and 3 from the 35-yard line. Lawler in the gun. Lawler rolls out, throws, gets it outside to Jeremiah Restrepo. Or Xavier Restrepo, excuse me, over the 48-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 17. Restrepo, the rookie out of Miami. The wide receiver. That's Denver's first-round draft pick right there. On the tackle, number 21, Devin Coleman, the rookie out of Illinois. So Evil Dead is with us now. First and 10, Broncos at the Seahawk 48-yard line. Lawler under center. Hands off to Lattimore. Across the 40, and Lattimore, a big gain down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 19 yards for Perry Lattimore. The Broncos on the move here, trying to tie this one up. Seattle leads at 10-3 here in the third quarter. Devin Coleman on the tackle. Seattle just having a hard time against AFC teams. This is their 4th game against the AFC. They've gone 1-2 against them. They did beat the Chiefs, but they lost to the Chargers and Raiders. And the Chargers and the Raiders are their only 2 losses. They're perfect against the NFC. 1st and 10, Broncos now at the Seahawk 29. Lawler under center. Lawler to Lattimore. And Lattimore goes down, a 2-yard gain out to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jacob Green on the tackle. We have the Saints and the Cardinals coming up next. And we're thinking about doing a 4th game tonight as well. And that would be the 49ers and Chargers. 4 wide, Lawler in the gun. Lawler fakes the handoff. Lawler throws deep. And he overthrows his receiver in the end zone. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Not sure who that was. Let's see who it was. Number 83, Colt Cruz, was open in the end zone. He missed him. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Broncos at the Seahawk 27-yard line. Your messages? Let's see. No, I have yet to see a message from you. Lawler on 3rd and 8, throws deep, caught by DeCarva. He fumbles inside the 5. The Seahawks pick it up. Samson DeCarva caught it all the way down to the 2-yard line and coughed it up. And Devin Coleman recovers the loose football. It was ripped out of there by number 28, Nick McCoy. Great play by Nick McCoy to rip that ball out of there. It was definitely a catch and a fumble, and the Broncos come up empty. Oh yeah, we're seeing them here. So the Seahawks will start from their own 2-yard line. A missed opportunity for the Broncos. And Seattle still leads at 10-3. Great defensive play by Nick McCoy. Seattle will start from the 2-yard line. You're not seeing your texts? I'm seeing them. On 1st down, Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert, not much. 3 yards out to the 5-yard line. Make it a 2-yard game. James Thomas on the tackle. 7th-year linebacker out of Clemson. On 2nd down, In the I formation, Wade under center. Wade, play action. Nice block. Wade takes off. He's got some running room. Wade down the sideline. Bouncing around out to the 22-yard line. A gain of 17 by Devin Wade in a Seattle first down. Gets him a lot of breathing room now out to the 22-yard line. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Seattle up 10-3. Been kind of a low-scoring defensive game. Seattle scored, actually Denver scored first on their opening drive with a field goal. Seattle scored a touchdown and then later a field goal. But that's all the scoring so far. Nobody has scored yet in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Wade in the gun. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert 4 yards to the 26. On the tackle, number 95, Dante Manning, the fifth-year defensive end out of UCLA. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 26-yard line. Seattle comes out in the offset eye. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets nailed at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Coming in to make the play, Cedric Henderson in his 7th year out of Houston. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Seahawks. Big third down coming up. Under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade looking. Wade throws. Caught, but wide open. Blake Gibson down the sideline. All the way out to the 44-yard line. 32 yards to Blake Gibson in his 5th year out of Rutgers. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Huge gain for Seattle into Denver territory. Carlos Laws on the tackle for the Broncos. If the Broncos lose, all the Raiders have to do is beat Denver next week. And the Raiders are AFC West champions. 1st and 10 from the 44. Wade to Allen this time. Right up the middle. Allen all the way down to the 30-yard line. Lawrence Allen, the 2nd-year back out of Tennessee Tech. A gain of 14. Big chunks of yardage for the Seahawks. Lynn Ryan, the defensive back, came in to make the play in his 3rd year out of Arkansas. 1st and 10, Seattle now at the Denver 30-yard line. We're coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. This game has moved right along. 3 receivers to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade to Allen. Up the middle again. Allen down to the 18. A gain of 12. Another Seahawk first down. Seattle on the move, trying to make it a 2-score game. Seahawks trying to stay a game up on the Giants in the NFC for that number 1 seed. It's a shame the Seahawks and the Giants don't play in the regular season. In the I formation, Wade under center. Wade hands off to McKenzie. And Chris McKenzie, no gain, gets back to the line of scrimmage in his 3rd year out of Miami. Cedric Henderson came up and made the tackle for Denver. 1:17 and counting. Here in the third quarter in the snow in Denver. 2nd and 10 from the Bronco 18-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Wade looking. Wade throws and it's picked off by Jackie Pierce. The Broncos get it right back. And the Seahawks come up empty. The rookie linebacker out of Notre Dame, Jackie Pierce, picks off Devin Wade. And the Seahawks come up empty. Well, the Broncos came up empty on the previous drive. And now Seattle does. It remains a 10-3 ball game in favor of the Seahawks. It's been a rough game. Saints Cardinals up next. We'll head to Glendale for that one. Glendale, Arizona, right outside of Phoenix. 1st and 10 for the 12-yard line. And if we have time tonight, we'll get the 49ers Chargers in too. We'll try. We'll see what time it is. 1st and 10. Lawler to Lattimore, and Lattimore out to the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. The reason we want to try to get a 4th game in, that would just leave 2 games left in Week 13. We get them in tomorrow night. Because in all likelihood, Tuesday through Friday, I'm not going to be here. I'll be down in Murfreesboro covering the Tigerettes. So I'd like to get this week done. 2nd and 6 from the 16-yard line. Lawler in the shotgun, 4 wide. Lawler back. Lawler throws, caught by Colt Cruz. And Cruz out to the 21-yard line, a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. As the third quarter clock is winding down. 3rd and 1 for the Broncos at their own 21-yard line. Will they get the playoff in time? Broncos come out. 4 wide. Lawler under center.
Here we go now.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Seahawks lead at 10-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports in the snow. Seattle leads Denver 10-3. It's been a low-scoring defensive game. The 4th game would be the 49ers and the Chargers. And that's actually a pretty good game on paper. Both teams fighting for their respective wild card positions in their respective conferences. 3rd and 1. Lawler under center. Lawler to Lattimore, and Lattimore picks up the first down out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 5. First down, Denver. The Raiders beat the Chiefs in the game before this, 27-13. The Raiders have clinched at least a wild card. They're in the playoffs now. And I knew you were going to take the Raiders, Evil Dead, so I picked that one for you. So you're now 95-67. You're 28 games up. I didn't know who you wanted in this one, so I didn't have you pick this one. You'll take the Chargers. What about the Saints and Cardinals? Who are you taking there? Lawler on 1st and 10. Lawler rolls out, throws deep, and Restrepo somehow holds on at the Seahawk 44-yard line. A 30-yard gain by Xavier Restrepo. All right, you're going to take the Saints in the next game? I got you. I don't know how Restrepo held on, but he did. He took a shot from Darnell Hubert. And now the Broncos trying to tie this one up. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of Seattle. 5 wide. Lawler in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Lawler draws back. Lawler looking, throws deep. Caught by Colt Cruz, and Cruz is in for the touchdown. A 44-yard touchdown catch by Colt Cruz. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this one up. The 10th-year receiver out of Texas, Colt Cruz, 44 yards and a touchdown. Seattle just can't play AFC teams. They lose. If the Broncos win this game, Seattle's going to be 1-3 against the AFC. Michael Lance for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. We're tied at 10 with 6:56 left in regulation here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Again, if you missed the earlier game, the Raiders beat the Chiefs 27-13. That game's in the video section. We'll post it to YouTube later on tonight. This is the second game today here at Jammin' Sports. Seahawks Broncos tied at 10. We have the Saints and Cardinals up next. Great to have you all here on this Sunday. And now Sam Beasley will kick off. About 5 yards deep. Walker takes a knee. Kobe Walker, touchback. And Seattle will have it their own 25-yard line. Still a lot of time left. Devin Wade, his numbers on the day, not too great. But we're still tied at 10. Then there's still time for Wade to drive the Seahawks down the field and take the go-ahead score if they can. First and 10 from the 25. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It'll be 2nd and 10. James Thomas on the tackle for Denver. Momentum has definitely shifted in this game. 2nd and 10 from the 25. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade under center. Wade pump fakes. Hands off to Gilbert. Around the outside. Gilbert gets the first down. Stays in bounds out to the 39. A gain of 14 yards for Terry Gilbert. The Broncos have pretty much kept him in check. That's his longest run of the day. He's at 42 yards. 1st and 10 Seattle at their own 39-yard line. Gilbert, one of the better backs in the league, and Denver has done a good job keeping him in check today. But it's a first down for Seattle in a tie ball game. We're tied at 10 as we're coming up on 6 minutes left in regulation. Seattle comes out 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert out to the 45. A gain of 6. He's 2nd and 4. On the tackle that time, number 94, Tyler Barron, the rookie defensive end out of Miami. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here with you on this Sunday. 2nd and 4 from the 45-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Throws underneath. Caught by Kobe Walker. Across midfield to the Bronco 44-yard line. A gain of 11. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Lane Ryan, the defensive back, came up and made the tackle. Wow, you're back from Pizza Hut, huh? Look at that big old pizza you got. Gracie loves pizza. She went to Pizza Hut and bought a pizza. Hopefully she'll share with me. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Coming up on 5 minutes left to play. 3 wide to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff. Throws near side. Caught by Marcus Clay. Escapes a tackle. Clay out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A gain of 21 yards by Marcus Clay in his 3rd year out of Colorado State. So a homecoming for him today. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. They're in field goal range. As I said before, Seattle's only 2 losses this season were both to AFC teams. The Chargers and the Raiders. They did beat the Chiefs on opening day. Their 4th and final AFC opponent of the season here. I'm sorry, what? Give me 2. And I'll need a glass of milk to go with it. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Wade throws outside to Allen. And Lawrence Allen out to the 22, only a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Number 21, Joe Hill on the tackle in his second year out of Kentucky, the defensive back. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 22-yard line. 4:35 and counting. Seattle is in field goal range. About midway through the fourth quarter. In the catch tree. 2nd and 9 from the 22-yard line. 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade, play action, rolls out. Wade is going to take off. Breaks a tackle, and Wade goes down at the 24-yard line. When it's all said and done, it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Dante Manning, the defensive end, on the tackle. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Big 3rd down coming up for the Seahawks. And it's going to be equally big for the Broncos here. It'll be 3rd and 11. As we watch the replay, as Wade got turned all around. 4 minutes and counting. We're tied at 10. It'd be a 41-yard field goal from here. 4 wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun. 3rd and 11. Wade back. Wade looking. Rolls out. Throws deep. In the end zone. Incomplete. He was off target. It'll be 4th and 11. Seattle will try the field goal. Tom Davidson will come on. And this will be from 41 yards to give the Seahawks the lead once again. A lot of time still on the clock. On 4th down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Seattle leads it 13-10, 3:40 left. A lot of time left on the clock. Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. I'm going to try to eat this slice of pizza and call the game at the same time. It's hard to do. Dakota Cochran will kick off for Seattle. Denver still has 3:40 left, and all he needs is a field goal to tie it up. There's the kickoff. From the 7, Ty Whitmore brings it back over the 25, and Whitmore out to the 31-yard line. Excuse me. 1st and 10, Denver. And Seattle left the door open. Denver has time to score a touchdown. Once again, the Broncos are right in the thick of it when it comes to the AFC wildcard. 1st and 10 from the 31. Broncos come out. Lawler in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Lawler drops back, throws outside, caught by Lumen, and C.J. Lumen out to the 36, a gain of 5. Make it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Broncos. 3:22 and counting. Gary Morgan on the tackle for Seattle. 3rd-year defensive back out of Pittsburgh. 3:15 and counting. Seahawks up by 3. 3 receivers to the near side. Lawler in the shotgun, 2nd and 4. Lawler back. Throws downfield, caught by Lumen. He holds on. He takes a wicked shot out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Bronco 1st down. He took a pretty good lick and held on to the ball. Under 3 minutes left. 1st and 10, Denver from their own 48-yard line. 5 receivers wide. Lawler in the gun.
Here we go now.
Down by 3. Lawler back. Lawler throws. Caught by Colt Cruz inside the 40. Down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 20 yards. I'm sorry, that's a gain of 16 yards. I was off by 4. And that will probably, well, they'll probably get another playoff before the 2-minute warning here. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lawler back. Lawler looking, throws deep. Incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 2:04 left. So we'll have one more play before the 2-minute warning. Four wide, single back, Lawler in the shotgun, 2nd and 10, Lawler back. Throws down the middle, caught by Restrepo. Actually couldn't hold on. 2-minute warning. Seattle up 13-10 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 13 here at Jammin' Sports. The 10-3 Seahawks, the 7-5 Broncos. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Denver at the Seattle 38-yard line. Denver trying to take the lead. Down by 3. Lawler in the shotgun. Big 3rd down here. Lawler drops back. Lawler looking. Steps up. Throws deep. On the sideline, incomplete. Xavier Restrepo caught it, but he was out of bounds. Excuse me. That'll bring up 4th down. This would be a 55-yard field goal attempt. We're at altitude, though. Michael Lance from 55 to tie it up. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. It hit the camera and bounced back, but it's good. Lance nails it from 55, and the Seahawks and the Broncos are tied at 13. That camera's on the other side of the crossbar, so if he hits the camera, it's a good field goal. The Seahawks still have 1:51 to work with, and they have 3 timeouts. All Seattle needs is a field goal. Sam Beasley will kick off. 2 yards deep. Nixon brings it out over the 15, 20, 25. And on the return, Devin Nixon in his 8th year out of Maryland. Out to the 27-yard line, and that's where Seattle will have it. The Seahawks have all 3 of their timeouts. And all they have to do is get a field goal to pull this one out. And Seattle would stay a game up on the Giants for the number 1 seed in the NFC at the moment. The Giants are 10-3, having won earlier this week. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Seahawks come out. Wade in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. Wade drops back. Wade looking. Wade throws outside. Caught by Gilbert. But Gilbert, no gain. They tackle him right away. It'll be 2nd and 10. Seattle in the hurry up. They want to keep the Denver defense out there. In the I formation. Wade drops back. Wade rolls out. Throws deep down the sideline. Out of bounds. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. That'll stop the clock. 1:24 left. Seahawks and Broncos tied at 13. These are 2 teams that I'm pretty sure are both going to be in the playoffs. I know Seattle will. 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Big 3rd down right here. Wade back. Wade looking. Rolls out. Throws downfield, and he short hopped it, incomplete. 3 and out for Seattle. Oh boy. And now the Broncos are going to get it back. And the Broncos are going to have time to march down the field and get a game-winning field goal. Dakota Cochran back to punt. Cochran gets the punt away. It'll be fielded at the 23 by Ty Whitmore over the 30. And Whitmore out to the 35-yard line. And now the Broncos, they still have 3 timeouts. And they still have 1:10 to work with. All they need is a field goal to get the upset. Seattle at 10-2. Denver at 7-5. Denver at the moment 2.5 games behind the Raiders. If they win this game, they'll be 2 games behind the Raiders. 4 wide for the Broncos. Lawler in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Lawler drops back. Lawler throws, caught by DeCarva, and Samson DeCarva just pushing forward. 11 yards out to the 46. 1 minute left. Denver in the hurry up. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Lawler back. Lawler throws outside, incomplete. Bounced off DeCarva. Michael Lance, the rookie out of USC, warming up on the sideline. 54 seconds left. We're tied at 13. Overtime not out of the question here. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Broncos come out. 4 wide. Lawler in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Lawler drops back. Lawler throws, and it's picked off by Coleman the other way for Seattle. Coleman brings it all the way back to the 41-yard line. Devin Coleman, the rookie out of Illinois, picks it off for Seattle and brings it back to the Denver 41-yard line. And now Seattle with a chance to win it with a field goal. Boy, what a crazy final 2 minutes. It's like, who wants to win this one? Big play by the rookie. And now Devin Wade comes back out. Don't forget, we have the Saints and the Cardinals coming up next. 46 seconds left. Excuse me. Got my allergy cough back again. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Wade throws near side, caught by Gibson. And Blake Gibson picks up 3 to the 38-yard line. It'd be a 55-yard field goal from here. I'm surprised they're letting the clock run. They have all 3 of their timeouts. 32 seconds. As we watch the replay. Don't play for overtime if you have a chance to win it. Kendall Battle came up and made the tackle. Now Seattle takes a timeout, 31 seconds. They wasted about 5 seconds. Seattle's going to want to get closer. It'd be a 55-yard field goal from here. 2nd and 8 at the Denver 38-yard line. We're tied at 13. Been a good game. Been a tight game. Been a defensive game. Both teams have turned it over twice. Kind of a sloppy game, too. Coming out of the timeout. 2nd and 8. Seattle comes out. Wade in the shotgun. Jones in motion. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert plows forward a yard. And Seattle takes their 2nd timeout. Make it a 2-yard game. Be 3rd and 6. They're at the 37-yard line. That would make it a 30 or 54-yard field goal from here. If you're Seattle, you want to get closer. In the snow here in Denver. So a big third down coming up right here for the Seahawks with 28 seconds left. Seattle comes out in the eye. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Gilbert. Gets inside. Gilbert picks up the first down all the way down to the 23-yard line. A 14-yard gain. And now that would make it a 40-yard field goal. Huge gain by Terry Gilbert in his 8th year out of Texas. And now the Seahawks will probably just wind the clock down and line up for a game-winning field goal here. Down to 10 seconds. Here we go. This will be Tom Davidson from 40 yards, and the Broncos want to ice him. All right. We'll see if that works. If he makes this, Seattle's going to be 11-2, and Denver will drop to 7-6. Three seconds left. This will be the final play of regulation, one way or the other. And now Tom Davidson lines up for a 40-yard attempt to win it for Seattle. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks win it. Your final score, Seattle 16, Denver 13. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Saints Cardinals up next. We'll see you then.